Welcome to the Boxing Chat Podcast, the best boxing podcast in the world. Join Frank Tago, Rob Jenkins, and Koopa to talk boxing today.
Music licensing reimagined.
Like and subscribe now. Welcome to the Boxing Chat Podcast, the best boxing podcast in the world. Like and subscribe now.
What is going on, Boxing Chat Podcast? New camera, new background. We're lit. We're going into the biggest boxing week we've probably had all year. This weekend we got Gervonta Tank Davis against Frank Martin, two undefeated fighters. Gervonta Tank Davis is the WBA 135-pound champion, giving that shot to Frank Martin. Before that, we have David Benavidez versus Alexander Gavostick. I don't know how to say that name, but yeah, he's going up against another Ukraine ex-champion who lost to Beterbiev, if I remember correctly, and actually put up a good fight. But we'll talk a little bit more about that later. We got some fights to go over from this weekend. First up, Adrien Broner. Looks like Age finally caught him up and lost against Blair Cobbs. And then the next day, on Saturday, we saw Bruce Shushu Carrington against Brian De La Cruz or something like that. I can't remember his name, but Bruce took care of him pretty easily. Got an eighth round. Yeah, DeGracia, he got an eighth round knockout. Took care of him. And then after him, we saw Xander. But that was a boring fight. I don't even think we need to talk about that fight, honestly. One guy tried, the other guy didn't even try, it looked like. But this weekend we also got Subriel Matias against Liam Paro. But let's go ahead and start with the first topic. I guess we'll start with the main event for this weekend. Gervonta Tank Davis against Frank Martin, a matchup that we've been waiting for a while now. They've been hyping this fight up for a minute. Gervonta's coming off supposedly one of the best camps of his career. Wow. Frank Martin, if you saw the press conference today, Gervonta Davis says all his sparring partners suck, and he knows all of them. So what do you guys think about this fight? Do you guys think this is going to be close, or do you guys think this is an easy knockout, easy win for Gervonta? We'll start out with you, Keizo.
For Tank, this is a match made in heaven. They've been saying for Tank for years, you just fight guys with power who have no slickness, which I don't agree because he fought Barrios, and Barrios is one of the slickest at 147 right now. But it's just, he's southpaw. We see how Tank fights southpaws. He fights them aggressive. But I think Frank will get like 6-7 rounds in a fight. If he does survive, I think we're looking at like 7-5, 6-6, that type of fight. I really don't think either one of these guys are just gonna beat the shit out of each other and knock each other out. I mean, it's there with Tank, but it's like it won't be early. Neither of them will KO each other early.
So you think Frank would get 7 rounds out of Tank? So you think if it goes the distance that it's a tie or a win for Frank?
Well, I can't say that because Tank started fast. Well, he didn't start slow, but he didn't start fast against Hector Garcia. And we see how he didn't start fast or he didn't start slow against Pedraza when he started southpaw. So it's just like we got to see how he fights Frank Martin in his style.
I mean, I just think, this is the first, just so you know, first fighter that that Frank fights that's a southpaw. He's never fought a southpaw. So just that by itself tells me that this is kind of a mismatch, man. And Tank's got the athleticism, but skill-wise, I think we can all agree Tank's on a different level, right?
Yeah.
Do you don't think the experience matters? What they're talking about, the Tank's, been a pro for the longest time. And what's his name? Leonard Ellerbe said it today. In 2017, Gervonta Davis won a world title. In 2017, Frank Martin wasn't even pro yet. So
the experience, it's there, but like We see Frank's first two 12 rounders. He didn't look gassed. He looked good. And they were a 12-0 guy and a 15-1 guy. And I don't want to say they're the best opponents, but if you're building up in the four orgs and you're a prospect turning into a contender, those are the guys you want to fight and you want to have on your resume. So I just don't want to say Tank's IQ is just gonna destroy Frank and his experience is just gonna destroy Frank. Cause it might, but I don't just want to come out of the random and say that.
No, I feel it. You're giving Frank a chance. What do you think, Robert? You think you agree with Keizo?
Uh, I agree with him about the experience factor. And when it comes to experience, I'm more thinking the upper edge Tank got with the experience is experience in the big fights. Because, like I said, one shot could set up all that amateur stuff, all that experience fighting and stuff. Just one shot could do that. But like it's like the bright lights, the big fights, main event in the card, all the you the marquee matchup and stuff. But as for the fight, bro, I think Tank gonna make a statement because he haven't fought in so long. Like I said, we ain't never seen him this hungry like throughout his whole camp, and not really BSing at all. He funny games. He tweeting. He mad with Floyd Mayweather. That's a good sign because he always mad with him during camp, so that's a good sign. They beefing right now, but like I think he about to come put on a show and show us that he's one of the top dogs. And I also heard him say today, I think it was Ellie Setback asked him, do he is he like planning on going after the undisputed route? And he said yes, he is. So I think Tank trying to come and show everybody he still belong. And he ain't lose a step, and that he's probably even better than what he was the
No,
last time we seen him in the ring. And I think he might even come out the gate. I think he might have one or two slow rounds, but I think he's gonna throw more than he usually throw.
no.
But I
I
do
think he'll
hope
take.
I do hope that Frank Martin make us see Tank's IQ. Like I hope Frank Martin come with it. Like I really do hope he come with the A game.
No, yeah, just like Calvin said. So you can
Mm-hmm.
prove, so Gervonta can prove that he's the best. But I think that I don't think Tank took Frank lightly. So I think he's prepared. No, he showed he's sparring with the best fighters in the world. Shushu Carrington, Adrien Broner, but a lot of different sparring partners. Jenkins,
Wait,
Just
where's
so you
the
know,
without the two?
Jenkins, just so you know, your computer's doing that lag and stuff, but we can still hear you. So go ahead and tell us what you think of the fight, and then afterwards, see if you can change to your phone or something.
Okay, so like Rob said, I think Tank is really hungry. He seems pretty locked in, even though he still does his little BS at the press conferences and be tweeting and entertaining. But I'm never against that. Like you got to be a showman, you got to entertain the people. But like Rob said, I think I think Tank will throw a little more than he usually does starting off, just because. Not that Frank is going to make it throughout the whole fight, but I hammer this point every time we talk about Tank. You can't just eventually you're going to find somebody that isn't just going to get knocked out, and you're going to have to win 12 rounds, or you have to win the majority of the 12 rounds. So I hope he does come out aggressive and starts a little bit stronger and doesn't just hunt for the knockout the whole time. But I respect what Keizo had to say too, where I give Frank his credit. He started boxing really young, really old, and the experience does matter with Tank. But I respect Frank and I respect his skills, and I hope he does bring the best out of Tank. How do I see it ending? I don't really know. I feel like Tank's gonna knock him out just because that's basically all we saw. But I really can't make a call. I really can't make a solid call on this one.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and I want to thank you guys first of all for all the respect you guys are giving me and thinking that I have a chance against Tank in the ring. Just want to say thanks to all you guys for that consideration. But let me ask you guys two quick questions. Jenkins, see if you can fix that shit real quick. If not, two. Yeah, you're you freeze up every 5 seconds, your face, and it freezes for
Okay.
2 seconds. Yeah, everyone else is good right now though. So, two questions. Number one, the typical question we always ask: who's going to be on the back foot? Which should easily be, in my opinion, Tank. And number two, who's who would you say is more athletic, Frank or Tank? Robert, go first.
I don't think the question is who's going to be on the back foot. I think the question is who's going to fight better off the back foot. I think that's the question.
You think they'll be going in and out, switching?
Yeah, because I think both of them. It's going to be moments when both of them on the back foot. So I think who's going to operate better on the back foot. We see Tank could fight on the back foot. When Tank on the back foot, that's when I feel like he really just looking for the knockout. Anytime Tank on his back feet, like fighting backwards and stuff, going back, that's when I feel like he just searching. He just searching, ready to aim in, ready to take your head off at the first mistake you make. And who's more athletic? You say Frank more athletic?
Hold on, why did my camera turn off? Oh, I guess my camera ran out of battery. Oh well, my background doesn't look cool anymore. But hey, Johnny Boy Boxing, I see you. Johnny Boy Boxing, I see you in here. It says that you just have to connect your camera or microphone. That's what it's telling me. If you can hear me. So what about who's more athletic? You think Frank's more athletic?
I think I'll go with Frank Ben. Well, I think Frank looks more athletic. That's the eye test.
He
I
looks
think that's the
stronger,
answer. Eye test, yes. Eye test,
but
yes.
is he really stronger?
He looked, yes, exactly. Eye test could be one thing, and eye testing on paper could be one thing, and then the ring is totally different.
What do you think, Kazo? You think? I think Tank's gonna be on the back foot until he turns it on. By the way, until he turns it on in that seventh or eighth round, or you know how he does it. What do you think, Kazo?
Frank can't afford to be on the back foot because he doesn't fight like his defense isn't good on his back foot. And if you see him against Artem was tearing his fucking body up when he was on the back foot. He can't afford to be on the back foot. He has to come forward all night and make Tank respect him. Like Tio said, if he try to give Tank his respect, he's gonna get knocked out. But if he come in there not respecting Tank or what Tank is about, like he'll do better. I don't want to say he'll knock him out, but he will definitely do better. And as of who's more athletic is Frank, bro. We're talking about a three-sport athlete. He
Yeah,
picked up boxing late, and this motherfucker
yeah, you're
wrestled,
right.
played football, and he played basketball.
You're
I think
right.
it's deep.
You're definitely right. He's out. Yeah,
And
hey, and
he was a big wrestler, right? Before he switched over to boxing.
Yeah, he played wrestling, played football, and he played
Played
basketball.
he play
Yeah,
boxing. You play boxing,
You
Kazo?
can't play boxing, bro.
Exactly.
Can't play boxing.
You can't play
Hey,
wrestling.
You
Yo.
can, shit, you can play wrestling. You can't play boxing.
hey, dang, what I about
Said
to say? Slipped my
WWE.
mind. Oh yeah, I think when it's what Tio was saying that he need to make Frank need to make Tank like don't show him too much respect. I think he need to also make Tank respect his skill. Like even if it ain't just the power, make him respect your skill. Make him feel like he can't just take it easy, or it ain't gonna be an easy fight. Like, and you got to do that a full 12 rounds.
I
I
just don't
agree.
get how
When
y'all
you get,
don't.
12 rounds.
I agree because when you get too aggressive with Tank, or like you get too aggressive and you just start not paying attention as much, that's exactly where he'll catch you and knock you out.
That's
So you
when he
gotta
go. Like
make
I
sure
said,
you
that's when
respect it.
Tank on the back foot, and when you too aggressive and wild, that's when he in sniper mode.
Yep. And he's calm under that pressure, It's not like
Yeah.
Tank's about to freak
hmm
out just because you're being extra
Yeah.
aggressive, Like Tank is using his mind the whole fight. So you gotta be smart and calculated.
I just don't see how you guys don't see Frank chasing him for the majority of the fight. That's what I see personally. Frank's just going to be chasing him, and Tank's going to do what he always does. He's going to counter, and he's going to counter, and he's going to counter the whole fight like he always does.
Well, I mean, everyone said that he's gonna be on the back foot. It's not like they didn't say that.
Can he
No, yeah,
afford
but
to
they're
do that
saying
with these judges though?
That's what I'm saying. That's why
Like
I was getting at about
I
the
will say, ever since the Shakur fight, I've seen a lot of guys lose fights they've won because they fought off the back foot too much.
Tio last fight that he won. His
bro,
opponent.
there ain't going to be no judges, man. He's going to knock him out. But
Oh wait, let me answer that last question though.
Yeah, go
Clearly, I
ahead.
think Tank's gonna be on his back foot for the majority of the fight. But like we just went over, Frank can't get too aggressive because that one mistake might cost him the fight. And who do I think is more athletic? Probably Frank. Like he's very like quick, twitchy, and his athletic background, basketball, football, wrestling. That shit definitely comes into play with athleticism. He definitely looks
Frank Martin, that
strong.
is.
Yeah, definitely not that one. But he looks solid. He looks fucking ripped and shit. Not that means anything in the fucking boxing match, but
Yeah, I wouldn't say Frank Martin is quick or twitchy, but
He is twitchy,
yeah.
man. We seen
He
it
is
today. He's
twitchy,
definitely
bro.
twitchy.
He is twitchy.
Oh, he's seen it today. He's twitchy. We've seen it today.
no, he's definitely fucking twitchy. Yeah,
I ain't even saying that in
then
a
my boy
bad
tried to
way.
come
Like
back.
he's a boxer. What he was supposed to do? Just not move. He's trained. He's trained for that.
Yeah, it was like he was
when you're in
trying
the
to
boxing ring,
counter.
when you're in the boxing ring and somebody throw a feint at you, they trying to see what you're gonna do. What are you just gonna stand there? If he's just gonna stand there, that means he's gonna stand there all night.
The way Tank was acting at the last one, shit, I would be on guard at all times. That nigga's crazy, bro. He's fucking 5'4" like this, Frank. Yo, those are crazy little aggressive ass niggas. You never know what to expect. So.
All right, so I'm trolling. Yo, Jenkins, your shit has not been fixed. You've been lagging the whole time. We're not gonna be able to make clips with your shit.
It says the
remember
connection is a little. Keizo is spicy though. Don't worry.
It's on stream. It's a StreamYard. Your computer never works. Remember, on OBS it does, in Discord, but not on StreamYard.
I mean, I could.
But all right, let's move on to the next fight, or the fight before actually the main event, which could be by itself basically a main event. I mean, it's the great David Benavidez moving up from 168 pounds. He's going up to 175 to go against ex-champion Alexander Gvozdyk. I think that's how you pronounce it. But Gvozdyk fought against Beterbiev. I saw that fight. He did pretty good, actually. In the beginning until, later failing to a knockout. Benavidez doesn't have any experience at 175, even though he is a bigger fighter for 168. And you could even say he's a bigger 175. There's not many 175 fighters bigger than him. So, in my opinion, I see Benavidez being able to, drive past this guy and maybe not knock him out, but dominate most of the fight with heavy blows. I think he probably even hits harder than him. Keizo, start us off, man. What you see happening tomorrow night? I mean, on Saturday night.
Gvozdyk, what he does do is he jabs, and he jabs in bunches. And David Benavidez being the slow starter he is against slick guys. I think we might see another blueprint in the first three to four rounds. I think we might see another blueprint to beat DB. But other than that, when he gets started, I don't know if he's going to be a slow starter at 175. But other than that, when he gets started, he should be able to smooth past the jab and counter with the left hook. So I have DB by SD.
By SD. And, Gvozdyk is a Ukraine dude, so he's very technical. So he might be able to put up a strategy against Benavidez.
Hey,
but
Ukraine been on the streak. Ukraine on the streak right now.
Bro. Put
Are
a
you
shirt
good?
on, bro.
Don't worry about me, bitch. Take off your shirt. Let's go. All right? Yeah, just keep talking.
Yeah, bro. Let's go body for body on the boxing podcast. All right.
You're lucky I got something on right now. Because I should be in this bitch butt ass naked. Keep talking.
Keep going, Robert. Keep going, Robert. What are you saying? Hey, and Robert and Jenkins, if you guys don't mind just twisting your phone to the side so it can be full screen, that would be dope. If you guys could. Robert? If you could twist your phone to the side, that way it becomes full screen.
Huh?
Hey, that ass whooping the butt got him high, bro.
Oh, you mean
All
like
right, so
now?
Jenkins,
Yes,
yeah, right now.
I know, bro.
Yeah, Jenkins. So you heard us, man. That Benavidez going up against Gvozdyk, who's in the school of the Ukraine fighters. Lomachenko and Usyk. This is Dave Benavidez' first fight at 175 pounds. He went up because Canelo would deny him the fight at 168 for undisputed. What do you think's going to happen, man? You think Benavidez will run through him?
Run through him, not necessarily. He may have a little trouble early, like I think Keizo was saying. Just dealing with the jab and the Ukraine style of fighting. Just they're a little smooth, they're a little movement and shit. But eventually he'll fight past it. Not knock him out, but probably beat him down later in the rounds and end up getting the win. But keeping that jab in his face is the best fucking route for Gavastik, and just try and not keep him calm and comfortable, and keep him keep him on his toes. Excuse me.
Yeah, and what I think is, Benavidez couldn't even knock Cato Plan out. So I don't.
And he's
That's
moving
why I
up,
have
though.
doubts. I have doubts of him knocking this guy out at 175 if he couldn't even knock Cato Plant out. Even though I know the refs were helping Plan out in that fight, and it looked like they were against Benavidez.
Bruh, don't forget
But
how big that ring was either.
yeah. So what do you think, Robert? Do you think let me ask you a specific question that I didn't ask him. Is this an easier fight for Benavidez and Cato Plan, or a harder fight?
I think it's a mixture of both. It could be harder because it's his first time going up in weight, but it could be easier because the dude, the guy he's fighting is not as athletic as Cato Plant.
Yeah. And also, he's older, man. This guy's just old. I think that's why Benavidez is going to run through him. But do you see him? Do you see him winning by points? See a knockout?
No, I see. Back to what Keizo said. I see the first few rounds going. When it's looking like a blueprint, and then reality gonna set in. And the monster from Mexico gonna be the Mexican monster.
Yeah. The monster from Mexico is gonna be the Mexican monster. Nice. Fuck with it. All right. Well, let's run through these, boys. So we can get to the final.
Adrien Broner. My bad. I jumped the gun. My bad.
Nah, the last part of our podcast is gonna be the best part tonight. When we do that little Hall of Fame draft. But let's first up, let's go ahead and get right into him, man. Adrien, fat ass Broner, got his ass kicked. Look at this picture, man. Embarrassing. Jesus Christ. Bro got knocked on his ass by a fucking F-list fighter, Blair Cobbs, bro. So
how do we not have the picture of the tooth missing queued up, bro? Come on, what are we doing?
His career. Okay.
What are we
Robert.
doing?
Look at Robert, bro. But so yeah, man. We expected an easy win. I even put money on it. I even put money on that I was sure it was going to be by decision too. This man comes out here and wins fucking 2 rounds, only at the very end.
I threw some money on that shit too,
Frank,
and I lost because of you, bitch.
Hey, if he don't get dropped,
afraid to throw his hands.
You say he won 2 rounds. You seen them scorecards?
Bro, if he don't get dropped, I don't think he lands 2 punches the whole fight if he didn't get dropped that moment, bro.
Wouldn't 2 of the judges like 93 to 95 or something like that? Oh, 93, 96.
No, 96.
Yeah.
96, 93.
Yeah, 93.
So if he didn't get dropped, he would have lost by 1 point on 2 judges. But bro, those judges are bullshit. There's no way you saw that. Like in my card, I had him winning 2 rounds, 3 tops. What do you guys think? Let's start out with the biggest Broner glazer of all time. Nah, I'm joking, Keizo. But go ahead, Keizo. Tell us what you thought about the fight, man. Is it over for your boy, or you think he can still come back?
I don't necessarily think it's over. He cut. I always like to say I don't want to make an excuse for a fighter, but go watch the Kevin Cunningham in camp videos. This motherfucker had a beer belly. He cut 50 pounds to make this weight.
Cut.
And not to mention, he had a long ass camp. The fight was originally supposed to be May 15th, lost the opponent. Then fight got moved back to May 31st, lost the opponent. Then it's June 7th? June 7th, I think. And then that's a long ass camp, bro. So
switched trainers in the middle of camp too, right?
Yeah, he did. He switched trainers because Kevin Cunningham just left him, bro.
The Hutchison guy was a lawyer that doesn't even box, so that guy doesn't even count. But yeah.
It was to me, it was more of a weird situation than a loss because the fight was on a Friday. The fight was promoted by Don King, and the fight was on pay-per-view on Triller, bro. It was
On
just
Triller.
it
And the
was more
Miami's
and it was 10 rounds. It was more of a weird situation than it was a loss to me.
not to
See, right
mention it
now,
was in
guys,
not to mention it was in the city of Miami Civic Center.
Bro, that's where Frank fought. That's where Frank just fought, bro.
bro, I did not fight there, bro.
Can we kick him?
All right. Nah. By the way, we're all looking perfect right now. So if we're all looking HD like this, people can click on our shit and actually watch us. But what do you guys? Well, let's let's go with Jenkins. Jenkins, what do you think about the fight, man? Do you think Broner's done? Is he should he retire or should he try to make a comeback against even a Rolly Romero or something like that? That money fight.
I think it was a letdown. Definitely from my pockets because you sent me the bread over the place to fucking bet for you, and I threw a nice little 25 on top of that, just like you. I was expecting to come home with a nice little
Big
70,
spenders
80
over there.
something. Feel me? Spend that this weekend, but bruh, you got to respect all the factors that went into it, like Keizo just listed. Multiple reschedulings, and then especially the trainer throughout camp, like switching it mid camp is a lot for you to have to deal with going into a fight, and the weight loss. I mean, 50 pounds is a lot, so bro was probably drained. So you got to respect all those things or all those factors. Is he done? No, not necessarily. He can give himself some time, come back stronger, evaluate the field and definitely go for the bag because if you lose one more, then you're not looking the best. So fight somebody that you could possibly beat, but still try and go after money and just come back stronger and more calculated next time. Like not necessarily, he can't do anything about the rescheduling, but try not to have to drop so much weight. Hopefully, everything with the trainer goes well throughout camp. Stay consistent with that, and hope for the best.
He needs to get from with Don King Promotions if he want to do something.
That's where the money.
Sorry,
at.
Don King. But well, I mean, I guess.
They'll
But
sign
then with
him
a fight set,
Bob and them will
like
sign him.
he need to.
Who the fuck is
and if
gonna
he,
sign Broner that's not Don King? What are we talking about?
Motherfuckers who like
no,
money, shit.
bro. Yeah, exactly. And I'm gonna tell you this, Frank, because this what Broner gonna become.
Like money? How much did he just sell with Blair Crops? What are we talking
Bro,
about?
He's an
that don't mean
entertainer, my
that don't
boy.
mean nothing. This don't he still got 12 million on Instagram?
He's an entertainer. He knows how to
That's
fucking
what I'm
hype some shit
saying,
up, bro.
Bob will
Yeah,
still sign that man, bro.
Hey,
we
I
need to
hope his
see.
niggas with the gun slid on my boy.
We need to we need to see AB versus Rolly. I'm down for that fight build up.
Oh my,
And
bro, the
I
build
also
up
think
would
that
be great.
I think that's the money fight right now. Like for him, like that would be his money fight. And I also think that if he was to take that fight, if he don't win, it's over. Or if he don't win, even if he do win, this can also be what he gonna become. Because this is what I think he about to become. That name. When you got that prospect coming in, go beat that 4th division champ. He gonna become a
Bruh.
name. He gonna
I
become a
think
name, and he gonna become a name. A name on your belt, like how what Gamboa turned into.
bro,
No,
this
I
man
ain't
is
saying. No,
way past worse than Gamboa, bro. This man
Just
is
getting
way
beat up
more
by everyone.
done.
Fuck no,
Bro, this man
Gamboa
is
was out there.
toasted. He's done. His fat ass is done. Go drink some Henny, man. Go drink some Henny, man. Go do some drugs, bro.
That's why you can't
This
fuck
shit's
with
done,
Gamboa's
bro.
career got so bad he was
This
fighting
shit's
himself.
done, bro. Whole bunch of vacant titles under his resume, bro. All right, let's go on.
So
Let's go
that's all
on
you have
to.
to say?
Bro, he's done. There's nothing more I
He's
can
not
say.
no
His fat
fucking
ass
clone.
got dropped. Bro, his fat ass got dropped by Blair Cobbs and won 2 rounds, bro. What
bro.
do you want me to
Frank,
do?
hey, forgive Franklin. He mad.
He can't even
Look,
be a successful fighter under
hey,
Don King fucking promotions. You guys think Top
forgive
Rank is gonna sign him? Get the fuck out of
forgive
here.
Franklin. Forgive Franklin. He's mad because he lost his $25 Slim Chicken money.
That's what it
All
is.
right, so
That's
forgive him.
exactly what it is.
He lost that DoorDash meal.
All right. The next night, Bruce Carrington. He knocks out Brian De Gracia on Saturday night on the Top Rank. Not a pay-per-view on ESPN
Hey,
for
hold
free.
up, real quick.
He took
How you
care of him pretty quick. We'll go back to you in a minute, Rob. Let me do the presentation. The
Who does
picture's
this guy
rolling
think he
right now.
is?
All right, go ahead, man. You're really gonna
No, real
interrupt me in
quick.
the middle of the explanation of the
Yeah,
next?
yeah. That's exactly what I did. Not what was I gonna do. Real quick, Franklin. I'm just appalled at how can you not pronounce that name?
He's the Mexican one here.
Brian De Gracia.
Yeah, you were
Brian De
struggling.
Gracia.
I heard
I'm gonna
that
Brian
call
De
name
him.
too,
Gracia.
Rob.
Okay,
He
so
didn't even know his name.
Roll the
So
clip again,
Bruce
Frank.
Carrington defeats Brian DeGracia by 8th round knockout. I think he knocked him down in the 4th round as well. Pretty dominant victory, other than maybe the first 2 rounds where Brian was trying to rack up a lot of points by throwing a lot of punches, while
He was
Shushu
throwing
was
too.
being more reserved in the first couple rounds though than he was in the later rounds where he got loose. He did that fight in front of number 2 or number 1 pound for pound fighter Naya Inoue, who came over to the States to accept his award for Fighter of the Year earlier that week there in New York. And while he was there, he said, I'm going to stop by, see this 126-pound fighter, see if he may be a potential future opponent. So we all saw what happened. We don't need to really comment on that. Let's talk about Inoue and Bruce. Robert, do you think after that
No,
performance, Bruce has a chance against Inoue?
I don't think this should even be a conversation right now. Bruce is fighting 10-round fights.
Thank you. Damn, niggas don't know
I'm
boxing
just telling
shit,
you
bro.
what the whole world. I'm just telling you what the whole world is talking about, bro.
Is
Bro,
the
I'm
whole
sorry.
10,
world don't
This
know
is like the
shit?
bro,
biggest topic
let
and
me tell
How
you.
the
one of the
fuck
biggest
is a
topics
kid?
in
How
boxing
is a
right
kid
now.
who's still fighting for prospect belts and NABF belts gonna beat a fucking 2-time undisputed champion? That
Look,
don't
You
look,
make
couldn't
this
even
is
sense.
what.
talk about the fight, so you skipped to that shit. Like, Jesus
Look,
Christ,
look,
bro.
look, look. Yeah, he talking about let's just skip it. And look, listen to this. I don't agree with Tim Bradley a lot. But he said the one thing I agree with when Tessitore was talking about some yes, Inoue next. Tim Bradley said no, he needs to keep fighting and keep building and maybe get that fight in the future. But that's not a conversation for right now. No,
Bro, I'm gonna be
hey,
frank.
bro, boxing fans, we got this bad habit of soon as a boxer win, we like, oh snap, Shushu versus Shushu versus Usyk. I want to see it now. We got this bad
Yeah,
habit
but
of doing that. We got this bad
so
habit of doing that.
No, you're right. That's in every fucking thing now. Everybody just ready
Mm-hmm.
to gas everybody up on recency bias. Like, just hold up, give him
Mm-hmm.
a second, let him grow a
What
little
boxing
bit.
is?
Like,
Yeah, give him a second, bro. Let him get a 12-round fight under his belt.
right,
Let him fight.
let him
Let him
see a
face
little
some
bit more.
adversity in the fight.
Right.
Let him get stumbled a little bit in the fight.
all right. So here, Jenkins, what do you think? What do you think about the fight? And do you think
Thank you.
like in the future, not right now, in 5 to 10 fights, would he have a chance against Inoue? Do you see a potential? Like, do you see the skill there, or do you think Inoue is just a completely different level that the guy could never touch him?
Well, do I see the skill? Yes, but I can't project how those next 5 to 10 fights are gonna go. I want to let him fucking build himself up as like a boxer, as uh like a like a star, I guess, like build his name up some too. But and let him gain some experience. But based off the fight, like you said in the intro, De Gracia won like the first, and I said it better than you, so that's a fucking shame. But I think he won like the first 2 rounds, like you said, just from being like extra aggressive, and because Shushu was just being more reserved. Like watching his tendencies, just building or taking some notes. But once the 3rd round hit, Shushu turned it up a little bit, and it was a wash. But Shushu's like clearly he was looking for the counter like throughout the fight. His head movement is great. His hand speed is fucking crazy. And like
Phenomenal.
there was one point where De Gracia threw like 3 hooks, and bro literally like the way he just it's like he knew exactly what he was gonna do. Like he was the way smarter fighter too.
That
Like
muscle
it's not
memory
only
was
just
kicking
like
in.
the athleticism, it's the IQ also. So I mean, he has the full package.
Mm-hmm.
Like you got to give him some time to grow, and like Rob said, face some adversity, give himself some time. I'm not gonna say he's gonna beat Inoue or should fight Inoue like soon at all, but does he have a lot of potential? Yes.
Yeah, he got hella potential. And I disagree with what you said. How he lost the first few rounds. I disagree with everybody. I think he didn't lose the first 3 rounds because what's his name was throwing crazy punches. Yeah, the first 2 rounds. I think he lost the first two because I don't think he was collecting data. I think still in that young prospect mindset, he went in just looking for that one punch in the first few rounds. Then he had to settle down, and then he started boxing.
Right, the
That's why I
counters. Like
think
he was searching for the counters that whole first 2 rounds. Like and
like he was just.
he lost them by choice. I'm not saying
Mhm.
like he lost them because like he looked bad or anything. It's
No,
just more
no, no,
he
no.
wasn't really throwing a lot.
I'm
He was
saying, yeah, he
still
was looking for that one punch knockout early, too
right.
early, and that's what a lot of prospects do. Because that, in my opinion, what I be saying, like they do that, and then the coach got to calm them down a little bit, like, hey, calm down, it's gonna come, and then they
But
get in there and start boxing, doing what they do.
even so though, like I'm not mad at him sitting back the first two
Yeah.
rounds because I feel like he clearly knew he was going to beat the guy's ass. So I mean, like let him throw a lot of. Clearly, DeGracia threw like a million fucking punches, so let him tire out if anything.
Too
He didn't
many.
even really have to do that to beat his ass. But you know, I mean, I think that's a smart approach. You don't got to start bad to win the fight. So
I mean, bro, that guy was fucking terrible. That shit wasn't even a test for Bruce. I could have fought better than that guy. But
all
And,
right,
and you want him to fight
see how this
anyway
guy talks,
next.
bro. This is why people get pissed at him. But continue.
no, that's all I had to say. But let's
That's
keep it
it,
going because we still got 2 more segments. Anybody else want to say one more thing about
Yeah,
it?
I got a
bro.
question. When he fight Inoue, you think they're gonna put the NABF belt up on the line or what?
Bruh.
National
Kayla, he just said,
American
"Fuck what you have to say. Let's go to the
North
next segment."
American
Jesus
Boxing
Christ, who is
Federation
this
belt.
guy?
That's what he's fighting for. And you think he's gonna beat an undisputed champion?
Bro, when did I say that, bruh? Like, when did I say he was gonna beat
Bro,
Inoue,
motherfucker, you're in
bro?
the group chat.
When
You're in
did
the
I
group
say?
chat talking about.
When did I say
You're
he's
in the
gonna
group
beat
chat
him? I
talking
said they
about.
could fight.
No,
I didn't say he was gonna
no,
beat him
bro. You're
ever.
in the group
Why?
chat
But
talking
why
about some
such a
fucking
rush?
Shushu. Oh my god, Shushu is Inoue's only competition at 126 and
Bro,
122.
he is. Everybody
Motherfucker,
else at
no.
126
I don't even
sucks.
think Shushu, bro. Let Shushu get a fight in with Figgy, and I guarantee Figgy is gonna fucking KO Shushu, bro. I swear.
Nah,
I swear.
but
I don't
nah.
think he beats Brandon
Shushu's better
Figueroa.
than everybody at 126, bro. But
Better than
all
who?
right,
He not better
Like
than
I
Ray
get it,
Vargas.
but
He not
you're
better than
dragging it.
Espinoza. He not beating no champ. The
he'll
only
beat
champ he
all of
might
them.
beat is Nick Ball. The
Nah,
only
he'd beat
champ he
all of
might
them.
beat is Nick Ball, bro.
Maybe
How
Ray
you saying that he
Ford would
never
be a
fought
tough fight.
209?
Maybe Ray Ford, but not the other guys. The other guys, he's beating them, bro.
Fuck no, bro.
Um,
Come on.
but all right,
I'm
let's go
down
on
with
to
it.
the last fight this weekend. Right? I mean, it's gonna be at the same time as the Tank fight, but Subriel Matias is going. He's a undisputed. What belt does he have at 140?
IBF.
The
IBF.
IBF 140-pound belt. He's going up against Leon Paro, who's also 24-0, undefeated fighter. It's going to be a pretty damn good fight. I mean, this one might be closer than both the Benavidez and the Gervonta Davis and Frank Martin fights. I got a couple questions for you guys. First of all, do you guys think this is a victory for Matias, or do you guys think Leon Paro is a real challenge and can get the win off him? Go ahead, Kayla.
Bro, challenge, bro. He's the best Aussie in the game right now. It was Cam, now he's the best. It's a tie between him and Tim. But I'll say Perot's the best because this motherfucker's skilled. He just beat the fuck out of Montana Love. Like, actually embarrassed that nigga. Took his
Montana.
took his international belt, and now he fighting for a world title. I always want to go with the hometown boy, but Perot might work Matias, bro. I'm not even gonna count. Perot might give him the work, and it's gonna be a good ass fight. But
I think it's gonna
we
be a
see,
war.
yeah, we see how fucking Matias deals with outfighters after a little while. They just don't want to box no more. So,
Do you think this fight will
I,
be better than the Tank fight?
yeah,
War wise, possibly.
we
Yeah,
looking
yeah,
like
yeah, yeah.
round.
They're gonna be trying to kill each other in this
I say
fight.
it'll be a good
Yeah.
fight, but Perot chin never been tested, bro, and Matias chin have, but Perot chin like. So I'm think I'm looking at like eighth round Matias stoppage.
War up
Eighth
until then,
round, Matias
like
stoppage.
Yeah, war up
yeah,
until then, like Mickey
war up
Ward,
until then.
Johnny
Yeah,
shit.
yeah.
What about you, Broner? I mean, Jenkins.
Yo, is that a shot? Like what are we doing here, bro? I understand, bro. Look weak this weekend, but we can set a fight ourselves and handle it like men, bro. I don't like that, bro.
Bro, you're doing it to yourself, bro. That wasn't even because of the teeth. It was because of your body. You got like a similar
Yeah,
body
I know.
type.
I'm just doing this shit for myself, but
Nah, but what do you think about Matias, man? Is he a dog or the other guy?
he's a dog, bro. We're gonna have to throw up the two screens on StreamYard or Discord or whatever we're watching it on this weekend, because we can't miss either one. I think this one will be a more entertaining fight. I feel like they're gonna try and hurt each other. Like Keizo said about Paro, he is fucking nice too, so you can't fucking count him out. But I do think Matias does get it done. I don't know if it'll be an 8th, but I feel like maybe 10th round, they're going to have to stop it because he's going to be putting the pause on his ass.
Yeah, Matias, I mean, this is an offensive showdown, like you guys said, but they're going to meet in the middle. But Matias' offense is undeniable, man. If we're going on an offensive battle, Matias' offense is just better, man. So that's why I'm going to pick Matias. Simple as that. What do you think, Robert?
Matias, late round stoppage, possibly. Not even knockout. Like, possibly, well, it's still a knockout, but possibly the ref got to stop it in the 9th round because, oh, boy.
Too many punches.
Paro just getting,
He's not a one-punch guy, but he's a 500-punch guy in your face.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, so many punches, he ain't defending himself. But, yeah, it's going to be, I think, fight of the year candidate, maybe?
Yeah, maybe fight of the year candidate.
Maybe, possibly.
Nah, I don't think nothing topping 4 versus Komatov. To be honest.
What?
I don't think nothing topping 4 versus Komatov, bro.
Nah, bro.
You got to put that.
To me, the fight of the year right now. Let me ask y'all first.
Bro, the motherfuckers met in the middle of the ring for 11 rounds straight. Nobody got hurt for 11 rounds straight.
What do you think, Robert? What's the fight of the year?
Fight of the year? Probably AB and Blair Cobb, to be honest, bro. That's straight war. That's straight war. AB catching with AB. Soon as AB start catching, then here come Blair Cobb.
Hey, Johnny Boy Boxing.
What's going on, brother? Sorry about that, man. I'm like a caveman with technology.
Nah, you're good. You're good, man. This is Johnny Boy Boxing. He's a reporter for Fight Hype. I've actually been able to connect with him. Pretty hyped for you being here, man. We were just talking about Subriel and Matias, but tell us about Gervonta Davis and Frank Martin, man. What do you think is going to happen this weekend?
Well, first, thanks for having me on the show. What's up, fellas? With Gervonta Tank Davis, what's going on? I just feel that Gervonta Tank Davis gives away too many rounds, and then that could give Frank Martin a lead. He'll start, outboxing him, but eventually I think Tank will catch him in the later rounds. But if Frank Martin tangles him up, he can get the decision.
No, and that's what we thought too, that he might give up too many rounds, but knowing him, man, that power is crazy. He's gonna maybe knock him out in the 8th or 9th round like he always does. But do you think go ahead.
No, go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, we all thought, we asked this question of who we thought was gonna be on the back foot. And we all thought, Tank was really gonna be on the back foot until he turns it on. Well, the majority of us, some of us thought differently. You think Frank will ever be on the back foot, or you think he's going to be out there hunting?
No, I think he's going to box. I think Derrick James is going to have him be smart and be wise and try to get the points lead and try to get the decision. If now the knockout presents itself, I know Derrick told him, go for the kill and you smell blood, try to take him out. But I just feel that I think he's going to try to fight an intelligent fight. He knows the power, and he's going to get away from that left hand. I think that's what he'll do. If he's intelligent, if he's wise. And I know Derrick James is wise, he's an excellent coach. So that would be the blueprint that I would give him to box.
Oh yeah, and they both got great coaches, man. I mean, that's the top of the top right there. Derrick James coming off that Ryan Garcia win too, shocking the world. Proving that he can teach a boxer how to box. So can I ask you just a couple questions about your reporting, man? So are you a individual reporter, or how does that work?
Yeah, I have my own channel for Johnny Boy Boxing. I always shout that out when I do my interviews. And then I just started working for Fight Hype for like a month. Well, not like 2 months, for the Ryan Garcia Devin Haney fight. I have a friend I grew up with. He works at Fight Hype. His name is Kevin Garcia. So he was like, listen, I've been going to the fights for 25 years. So I was just a fan. And then he was like, listen, why don't you just come down? And then I was getting my own interviews. He was like, listen, I'm gonna talk to the boss at Fight Hype and see if we get you in there too. I was like, all right, no problem. And then things just started rolling. I already knew a lot of fighters from going to the fights for so many years,
No, that's dope. That's dope. And I see you have a bunch of pictures with a bunch of Hall of Famers, man. That's badass. So you were just going as a fan and meeting them from going to so many fights in New York, or were you going to fights?
Yeah, going to fights in Vegas and in New York, and Mark Breland used to train me like briefly in Brooklyn because I'm from Brooklyn, New York. So I was working with Mark, but I was a young kid and I wasn't focused. I wanted to make money. I didn't want to train and everything, and it took so long to make money, so I didn't take it serious. And he would get upset with me. But I was always a fan. I always stayed, going to the fights and watching them and stuff. So I just had to be around the sport. I love it so much.
Hey, clearly it paid off, bro.
My boy here is from New York too, Justin.
Yes, sir.
Oh yeah,
Long Island.
What borough? What borough?
Oh shit, damn. I'm from Long Island. You gonna say I'm from?
Strong Island. Strong Island. Yeah, Strong Island. I know. Yeah. My son was born out there, around Hempstead, somewhere around there. His mom used to live.
I got family in Roosevelt, and then my dad grew up in Bed-Stuy, so.
Oh, so you already know Do or Die Bed-Stuy. That's where the boxing gym is at. Do or Die. We used to get into fights just trying to get to the gym before before we even get to the gym. So you got to learn you got to fight in the street and then get to the gym and spar.
Right. You got to fight on your way to the gym.
Yeah.
Get to the gym.
Hey, Johnny, how'd you get those nice cars, man? I saw on Instagram earlier. How'd you get so many nice cars, man?
Oh yeah, back in the days, things was crazy in Brooklyn. I don't know, like 80s, 90s. I'm an old timer, man. I'm 46, so I mean, it was crazy back then. So there's a lot of money out there in back then,
in New York.
It was kind of crazy. It was kind of crazy. I'll leave it at that.
So we're gonna play this quick little game here. You can join us, see what you think. We call it a Hall of Fame draft. So I'm gonna pull up right here. Let me pull up 10 names.
Hey, before you do that though, hey Johnny, what would you say your fight of the year is so far?
Definitely the Ryan Garcia, Devin Haney, even though it's tainted with all the PEDs. Yeah. But I mean that nobody expected that. I was going with Haney. I felt he had the best jab in boxing. I was with Haney, and I was just like disappointed. And I was like, man, but this is some sensational knockdowns. Yes. So I just the electricity in the air was insane in Brooklyn at the Barclays. So,
were you there for that one?
Yeah, I was there. I was there for that one.
Nah, that's
I think I gotta go with
Haney too. But you agree with Frank on fight of the year, so.
Hey, I think I got to go with that one too, off the simple fact that fight made me look stupid to my dad. And my dad, that's who I grew up watching boxing with. We used to watch Roy Jones.
That's my guy.
Roy Jones. Yeah, that's who I grew up watching. So this fight was probably his first time watching the fight since Roy Jones was fighting. So we put the fight on, we watching it, and it's like everything I'm explaining to him about Haney, he's seeing the opposite. So he's just looking at me like, "Do you even know what you do? You sure you watch boxing?" And I'm like, no, I'm telling you, I'm trying to explain to him. So everything I was telling him, the opposite happened. So he was like, yeah, I think you need to stop. I don't think you're a real fan.
I thought competitively, the Dubois versus Ergovich fight a couple weeks ago, I thought that was the fight of the year just because of how they were going at each other and swinging and how it switched from Ergovich dominating to Dubois dominating. But let's go into this draft. So basically, there's 10 names here.
Okay.
We're going to pick 5 of them have to go to the Hall of Fame. The other 5 can't. So we got to pick 5. We got Canelo. Yeah, so it's a pretty good little game. So we got Canelo Alvarez, Adrien Broner, Lomachenko, Triple G, Tyson Fury, Deontay Wilder, SOG, Jermell Charlo, Josh Taylor, and Errol Spence. So number 1, I guess we can all agree and get it out the way, right? Canelo Alvarez?
Absolutely.
Yeah, put him in there.
So Canelo Alvarez is in.
If you could spell it.
Johnny, go ahead and give us our first opinion on who should be next, man.
Okay. Let me see. I've seen lesser fighters get into the Hall of Fame, but I'd have to put. I know Fury. I picked Fury to go to the Hall of Fame.
Fury.
Yeah.
Yeah, because of those belts that he won against Klitschko.
Yeah, and the wars, you know, that's people remember that for this era. He came up short against Usyk, but I think he should be in there. I don't know.
Anybody disagree?
Hell no.
All right, Keizo disagrees. Why you disagree, Keizo?
I mean, why the fuck we putting Tyson Fury right there when Andre Ward right there? That shit
With
don't make
Andre
no
Ward?
sense. That don't make no
No, but there's another 4 names. Another 4 names can go in, man. There's room.
No, I'm not putting Tyson Fury over Andre Ward, bro.
No, you're not putting over
locked.
him.
I think Andre's locked. My bad.
Andre's a lock.
Yeah.
All right, Keizo, give us a name then. Don't say Broner, bro.
Broner's a 4-weight division champion, though.
Nah, but he's not Hall of Fame. He's not better than these names. He's not better than these names.
I agree.
Those are vacant. Those are vacant titles and shit.
Yeah.
But go ahead,
As
Keizo.
much as I think the nigga trash Loma.
Loma? Yeah, I would put Loma in there too.
Yeah, two gold medals, 300 amateur championship fights. He was champion like his 3rd fight, I think, something like that. 2nd fight.
Yeah, I think he lost the first or the second one though.
Yeah, he lost to Salido.
Yeah. That was low blows though, man.
Robert, what you think, man? Who you got?
I'm going with Spence.
Bruh, no way.
I'll put no.
I'm going with Ferretto. I'm going with Wilder. I think he deserves to be there only for the simple fact that, for one, he started late, but at one point, heavyweight boxing in the U.S. was dead.
That's
true. It was irrelevant in the U.S. It was irrelevant, and then he came, and then he put the U.S. back on the map heavyweight wise.
Okay, Jenkins, you disagree with anything? You want to take someone out and add someone in?
No, I mean, I don't want to.
There's so many people
It's
so many people you could add on this 5 list. It's not wrong. Whoever you pick, to be honest.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. Like, I can't take away from what these 5. I can't take away what these 5 guys did. I'm not saying like they shouldn't be there. Would I switch something? Maybe put Triple G instead of Wilder. But I'm not mad.
Hey, I agree.
Let me give my first opinion is Wilder's definitely not on this fucking list. I'm sorry. Wilder is definitely not even close to being on this list. I mean, even these 2 guys have better careers than Wilder. Even this guy, Errol, has a better career than Wilder. In my opinion, just because of belts. I mean, Jermell Charlo's an undisputed champion. So is Josh Taylor, right? So,
Mel in the best position to come back, too, bro. He's champion of recess in 3 out of the 4 orgs.
Yeah, but he's in jail, bro. So in my opinion, shit, it's in between. I mean, I guess Fury deserves to be on the list. So it's in between Triple G and these 3 guys.
But I said error, and you looked at me like I was crazy.
I'm taking Jermell, to be honest, now.
You're taking Jermell, Keizo?
Yeah. I'm taking Fury out.
All right, let's do a vote. Let's do a vote 1 by 1. Who's got Triple G? I got Triple G.
I got Triple G.
Triple G over.
All right, so it's Triple G.
Triple G over Mel?
Yeah.
Explain. Like fight for
because Triple G ran that division for so long, bro. Mel got the undisputed, and then he went and did bullshit.
Mel ran the division 3 fights.
Yeah, and then he never defended. He never defended titles and shit. GGG ran the division for years.
3 times in 1 year. He had fights lined up. He just hurt his hand.
Bro, Triple G
had surgery. Yeah,
bro, Triple G went toe to toe with Canelo Alvarez, bro. Jermell Charlo ran away for the whole fight. It's a different levels, levels, bro.
That is true.
Juice.
He 0-2-1 against Canelo.
If Jermell never went up to fight the Canelo fight, he'd be ranked higher. He just should never took that fight for that cash grab.
He shouldn't have took that fight at all.
He basically gave up before the fight even started.
He was just in the ring.
He came for that check. And that was my guy. I don't know how.
Yeah.
I loved his attitude. I thought he was a killer pit bull, but he just quit up there with Canelo. He just survived.
And
Yeah,
he was really
we should.
cocky before the fight. He was saying that he was going to prove to everyone that he can be hanging there and stuff.
Yeah, but he was also being the most respectful we ever seen him in a press conference. We should have knew right then. He being too humble.
Exactly.
He's being too humble.
Exactly.
He's being too humble. And that
Yeah.
wasn't.
Too much
All
respect.
right,
Yeah.
so that's it for that. Let's do
Why is there blood here?
final predictions. You have to pick a round or a decision and who wins the fight. Frank versus Tank. Let me just pull this out. Take this out of the screen. One by one, I got Tank, 10th round knockout. Robert.
I got a Tank. 9th round TKO.
Keizo.
Tank, unanimous decision.
Okay. Johnny Boy.
Tank, 11th round knockout.
There we go. Jenkins.
I'm gonna have to go Tank. I was gonna say I'd have to go 11th round knockout too. Like, I think it's gonna be later, and he's gonna have to knock him out too. I think it's gonna be a scary one, but I think he's gonna get it done.
All right. Well, you guys heard it here first. Thank you for coming in for another podcast, another episode of the Boxing Chat podcast. We'll catch you guys next week after the fights.
Definitely, fellas. It's a pleasure. Thank you, Frank. I appreciate you, brother.